What's up, everybody? Welcome to another reading with the Crown Priestess. This is going to be a collective, okay, together, but like spiritual conversation as well. So yesterday I had like posted something briefly on my Instagram and on my TikTok about projection and how people, they be telling on themselves through how they project on you and onto others, right? Like I always have like been very observant of how people treat other people, you know, even if it's not directly towards me. Like I watch how people treat other people. I watch how other people treat them, things of that nature as well. But like I specifically addressed how people will often tell on themselves through projection, and whether it's a subtle thing or like a big thing, right? Like they just always tell on themselves. People get really good at, you know, masking their energies and hiding who they really are to the world. But the reality is that the real character is always going to shine through, you know, and you can always tell who is a good person and who's not. And you can always tell who's done the work to heal themselves and who hasn't, because it shows up in those ways, right? Like, so basically in the video, I was saying like that, like, for example, people who will consistently insult your intelligence, those are usually people that feel really stupid around you or feel really stupid in general. They don't feel very smart. And so they do that in a way to mask the fact that they're probably not at the most academic, you know, adequacy that they'd like, or, you know, they just don't feel as smart as the other people in the room. It can look like people questioning your morals or saying that, you know, the things that you value are weird, or like that's not like a way of life or whatever it is. It's usually because those people feel bad around you. Like they don't feel like good people. They don't feel like people who have strong morale or anything. So they try to dumb your shit down, right? What was the other one I said? It was a couple, like, oh, I was like people who come at your ambition, right? Like people who say like, oh, that's not really like, I don't know if that's going to work out for you, or, you know, what have you been doing lately? Or is this what you're doing? Like, you know, when you're like chasing a dream versus, let's say, doing the 9 to 5 or whatever. And also that's projection. It's like, because they feel weak, they feel lazy, they feel like they never went after their dreams. They never had the discipline to like stay devoted to something that they truly loved. And so now they're coming at your shit. Like, it's, people always fucking telling themselves, you know, and we just have to pay attention. We just have to pay attention. And you have to put yourself in like sort of an observation state so that you can analyze whether this is just an isolated incident, whether this is a character flaw, or whether this is literally just their personality and this is who they are, and you can get away from these people. You know what I mean? And it happens across the board. It's like somebody, you know, and I know people think it's so cliche, but it's the reality. It's the truth, right? Somebody who's like a serial fucking cheater. People who are like, they cannot not have more than one option. First of all, these people suffer serious abandonment issues, probably deep rooted in their childhood somewhere. And they were made to feel like somebody was always going to leave them. They were not lovable. And so people were going to leave them in the dust. That's what it is. These people who do that, it's that they have like this, they literally, loneliness scares the shit out of them. This happens with men a lot, but women as well. Loneliness scares the shit out of them. That's why you see people, they'll get out of one relationship and jump right into another, or they've already jumped into another one before they ended the first one. You know, they're cheating or infidelity, whatever, right? And I say all that to say that those are the people that usually will not trust you or accuse you of cheating. Like, oh, I know you must be sleeping with other people, or you must be talking and entertaining other people when you're at work or in your DMs. These are the people who are like constantly worried that you're doing them filthy. And that's because they're projecting. They can't be trusted. They know that they don't even trust themselves to do the right thing, to do the disciplined thing, to choose the higher road. And so they cannot put that trust in you. They cannot expect other people to be that good, because then what does that make me? You understand? So really pay attention to how people project their shit onto you. And on the flip side of this, right, the spectrum of the projection is the other side as well, deflection, right? And so a lot of these people, they are literally like premium alpha leaders at deflecting, right? There's like no accountability whatsoever. They find their way, they talk their way out of everything. It's just excuse after excuse after excuse. And then they get so good at it sometimes that you really start to question, like, what the fuck? And they know that they know they're so good at this, because they know, because you're a good person and you're a person with morale and things like that, that the more they can, like, oh, well, you're actually acting irate, or you're not, you're whatever the flip shit they flip on you. When they say that, it's like you lose sight of the fact that you were trying to hold this person accountable of something, and now you're looking at yourself like, well, damn, maybe I didn't handle that the best way, or maybe I shouldn't, be so loud, or I shouldn't. And it's like, shut the fuck. They're gaslighting the fuck out of you. They're making you feel like you're doing something so atrocious and like so beyond whatever you were accusing them about, that now their shit is inadequate. Like it's like it doesn't even matter anymore. And it's really to make you feel like you have inadequacies and you're the one who's flawed like terribly, and you have no right to accuse them of whatever, because look at the things you have to work on. And it's just like this vicious ass, disgusting, toxic cycle that I really want people to fucking come out of, okay? Like, and I say all that to say that the spiritual conversation today, the channeled message that I was getting, is that there is a person, for a lot of you, maybe some of you it is a romantic partner, but for a lot of you, I don't think so. But there's somebody around you who is just like a fucking hater. Like, they are such a fucking hater, and this person literally eats, breathes, and shits everything you do. You're teaching them so much, but they are not giving you the flowers for it. They are literally just making you feel like you're not doing shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and making you feel small and stupid and inadequate, just to turn around and like literally be your whole fucking protege to people who don't know them. Like, they're using this is, you have created a new mask for this person. Like, it's insane, but that's what you did. Like they have carbon copied you, put it on their face, and they've walked into a new room where no one's ever seen either one of you, and they are literally just pretending to be you, while simultaneously treating you like you're a piece of fucking garbage who has nothing to offer to this world, let alone to them. Child, please. What the fuck? And you'll know this too, because like, you gotta watch out for this stuff, yo. And I feel like I said this to y'all before on a testimonial, like, people who even, because it can look so different. Like, sometimes it looks like overpraised too. Sometimes it looks like dick rotten behavior, like, to be quite frank. Like, a bitch will be just complimenting every fucking single thing you do. Like, and there's nothing wrong with cheering on your friends, but you gotta raise an eyebrow when it gets extensive, and when it seems almost like it's not even a reason for you to be doing that right now. Like, I just walked in the room, and the first thing you said to me before you even said hello was, "Oh my God, yes, I love that dress." And it's like, girl, you mean this fucking long white tee that I have on that I just threw on? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, not to take away from yourself or anything like that, but even more subtly, right? Because I got to give a good example. It's like somebody, they come to your house and they're like, oh my God, your house is so beautiful. Oh my God, I wish like, I wish I had the time to keep my house clean. My house is such a mess. Like, who asked you? We're not even in your house. So it's like, I know that somebody's going to look at me crazy after I say it, but it's the truth. Like, You have to pay attention to when these things it's consistent. It's all the time that people talk like this. Like, oh my God, your makeup looks so good. I never have time to do my makeup, girl. I look a mess. I need to get my eyebrows. I need and it's all the time like that. Like they praise you and then follow up with kind of dumbing themselves down. That's a flag. That's a flag. I promise you. It's like they're overpraising you, but then underpraising themselves in the same breath. You'll see over time how that will flip. Those are the people who end up turning shit into backhand compliments. Like now, down the line, it'll be like, oh girl, like, yes, I love this dress, but like, no shade, I would have did it like this. I would have been this, that, and the fourth, and da-da-da. Like, I'm telling you, clock it. And men do this too. Men do this too to other men and, to their women, and especially to their women. But it's really not that hard. Once you catch the rhythm and the rhyme, you'll see it. And the reason you need to be aware of this is because you got to get the fuck away from these people, bro. Because these be the people. These be the people. It be the people closest to you, the people least expected, that do the most damage. You understand? I live for an outright nemesis. I live for it. I can see you. You can see me. We both know we don't like each other. And that's fine, bitch. Because I feel like in that sense, there's a lot more respect held there. Because, all right, I don't like her. She don't like me. We both know it. Everybody here know it. It's T. Carry on. Right? And just because you don't get along with somebody don't mean it's beef. Just because you cut ties with somebody don't mean it's static. Like you got to square up every time you see each other, right? It's just a mutual understanding. We're not always going to all get along with everybody. But the bitches who pretend to be your friend, the men who pretend to be your friend, the people who pretend to love you, like praise you, worship you, those are the disgusting ass hidden enemies that you need to protect yourself from. And you need to pray and do ritualistic work to make sure that these enemies are being kept far from you and or being revealed at the same time. Because I can't tell you how many times in my young life that shit happened to me, where like it was somebody that it was like, bitch, that's really how you feel. And some of these flags were so clear in my face, and I just didn't want to come to terms with it because of who they were. Family members, best friends, quote unquote, partners, like, oh, this is supposed to be my man. Like, disgusting. And it's time to come out of La La Land and check tape. Because I think a lot of y'all know exactly who the fuck is not really fucking with you, who's not really for you, who don't really feel sorry, who's really not trying to change no behavior, who's really just trying to fucking steal your life, swap destinies, and suck you dry like a vampire, and you just paying it. And it's not to pay. Because these are the same people that, given the fucking opportunity, they will leave you dying in a gutter alone. They will not save your life. They will not call 911. They will literally, like, this is the Scara Mufasa, like, oh, long live the king and toast your ass. You understand? Like, bitch, get away. Conflict and defeat. Get away from these people. They feel very inadequate next to you, but they don't show it like that. They don't, you know what I mean? Like, you have to read between the lines. Like, seriously. Look. Conflict and defeat, moving on, intuition. That means whoever I'm talking to, too, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. You know what's crazy? Recent example. I went somewhere with a group of people. Somebody did the projection thing. It wasn't towards me. It was towards another person that I was with. But long story short, it was really condescending, it was disgusting, and it was projection overall. Made everybody mad, uncomfortable. Inevitably was asked to leave the event. Fire. Moving right along, my energy was already in a place where I just didn't want to deal with it. I was tired, I was exhausted, so I wanted to leave. So I ended up leaving early, right? Now, granted, the original plan was for everybody to stay at this event, right? To stay like the night, spend the night or whatever, or at least enjoy the night. And mind you, I ended up getting home at all of 1 a.m. So imagine, it was very early in the night still, at least for New Yorkers, because we be partying until the sun come up, right? Boom. So I leave around 1. I found out the next day that everybody left. Now, here's the real tea that I'm about to get into. One of the people, this is a person that was at the event. This is a person who be fiending, like, to be anywhere and everywhere but their own damn fucking house, right? And especially with the people who was hosting this event, they get along very well. They know each other very well. Like, it's always, and this is a person that I've peeped this. I have observed this for many, 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 many events. I'll say that. They want and live to be the center of attention. You understand? Like, they want to be the most honored guests, the VIP. They want to be all of this. Fine. Pay it. Nobody cares. Fine. That's just who they are. Okay. Everybody leaves the event. I left mad early, as I explained, with a few other people. Few other people left behind me. This would have been the perfect opportunity for said center of attention to spend the night, have a good time, have these people to herself, do her big one, whatever. But no. You know what she did? She went home. You know why she went home? Because there was no one to entertain. There was no one to draw that attention. Yes, baby. You need more? All right, give me 1 second. Nope, no cameras on. No cameras on. No cameras on. Sit right there, please. Thank you. It was nobody to entertain. You understand? Like, and that's how real it is, right? It's like, and I get it, right? Let's say if we were talking about a celebrity. Let's say we're talking about a musician, right? And a musician has booked a venue and whatever. So a hurricane happens. So now nobody comes to the venue but like 2 people. Is the celebrity going to perform for those 2 people? Or are they going to go home? Now, me, if I was the celebrity, I'm performing. Even if it was only 1 nigga in the fucking audience. You understand? Because he still paid his ticket. And he still came out in this fucking storm. So let's do it, baby. We already paid for the spot. Like, we're going to have this. You're going to have a personalized experience right here. But people who they have that entitlement life trap and they feel delusions of grandeur on a daily basis, there's nobody to entertain here. So if everybody's leaving, I guess I should just leave too. But why? The people who was hosting the thing didn't even want you to leave. But that wasn't important because, again, are you really showing off for them people or you showing off for somebody else? This is the thing. You want to be so important in a situation. And I know that some people, they really don't realize this about themselves because mental health is a situation, mood disorders are a situation, or again, being in those types of life traps that, that cause these traumas and these disgusting patterns and cycles in our life, it becomes regular scheduled programming. So it's very likely that she didn't even realize that you look kind of crazy. Everybody else did, though. Everybody else who spoke about it was like, that don't make no sense coming from that person. You understand what I'm trying to say? So anyway, y'all, moral of the story is get the fuck up out and away from these people. Put a boundary. You have to put up a strict boundary with these people. I think that a lot of you often are torn, whether, because some of these people are related to you. Some of them are married to you. Some of them are your own children, your own parents, your own siblings. They're colleagues that you have to work with, whoever. But look at this. Triumph and success in reverse makes it very clear that there's no victory to be had with these person or people for some of you. Is, you know who I'm talking about. Spirit is saying very clear that you know exactly who it is. As I walked through this video, as I explained the projection thing to you, as I explained all the story, the testimony, you know who it is. You know who they are. You can't win with these people around you. They don't want you to win. You understand? So it's like hidden enemies are a real thing. Betrayal is a real thing. And Spirit does not want you to wait until that other shoe drops when you can see clear as day who the fuck it is already that you need to get away from. Or you need to draw very clear cut boundaries with these individuals. Okay, I'm gonna give you one last piece of advice here. I'm telling you, this makes no sense. Walk away. You had the angel of strength fall out on its own, and then these together. Walk away, broken heart, financial constraints. This person blocks everything. They block everything from you. And some of y'all might want to say something about it. Some of y'all might want to call this out. I feel like if you are called to call it out, call it out. Let them know that you see them. That's fine. From others of you, it don't got to be that deep, but get them out of here. Some of y'all need to do cord cut-ins. You need road openers so that you can see the clear directions that you need to go in. Yeah, I would. Yo, you see? On the split, apology and deception. These people are not genuine. The people who are around you, they're not genuine. And while they may regret their decisions once you walk out of their lives, it's too late. You know what I mean? Didn't I do the collective on that? It's too late to apologize yesterday. I just don't think there's anything left. Yeah. It's time to take that road on your own because they could see you. They see what you got. They see what you have to offer. You know, that girl, that guy, it's you. You the one. You're the main character. But they don't like it. And it may look like they like it. It may look like they all supporting and clapping and things like that. But, baby, let me tell you, everybody who's hitting that round of applause is not in your best interest, okay? And you know who I'm talking about. They keep emphasizing that. You know. You know who needs to be excluded. So, that's your message. Love, light, and abundance.